Hello. Today we review Lesson 140, Only Salvation Can Be Said to Cure. We'll first take maybe 8-10 minutes or so, that's obviously a guess, to read the lesson. After that, we'll discuss its implications for our everyday lives. I'm really looking forward to today's topic. Here we go.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be with you again, and gosh, can you believe we've already reached Lesson 140? It's quite a journey.
It really is.
Okay. Lesson 140. Only salvation can be said to cure. Cure is a word that cannot be applied to any remedy the world accepts as beneficial. What the world perceives as therapeutic is but what will make the body better. When it tries to heal the mind, it sees no separation from the body where it thinks the mind exists. Its forms of healing, thus, must substitute illusion for illusion. One belief in sickness takes another form, and so the patient now perceives himself as well. He is not healed. He merely had a dream that he was sick, and in the dream he found a magic formula to make him well. Yet he is not awakened from the dream, and so his mind remains exactly as it was before. He has not seen the light that would awaken him and end the dream. What difference does the content of a dream make in reality? One either sleeps or wakens, there is nothing in between. The happy dreams the Holy Spirit brings are different from the dreaming of the world, where one can merely dream he is awake. The dream's forgiveness lets the mind perceive do not induce another form of sleep, so that the dreamer dreams another dream. His happy dreams are heralds of the dawn of truth upon the mind. They lead from sleep to gentle waking so that dreams are gone, and thus they cure for all eternity. Atonement heals with certainty and cures all sickness. For the mind which understands that sickness can be nothing but a dream is not deceived by forms the dream may take. Sickness where guilt is absent cannot come, for it is but another form of guilt. Atonement does not heal the sick, for that is not a cure. It takes away the guilt that makes the sickness possible, and that is cure indeed. For sickness now is gone, with nothing left to which it can return. Peace be to you who have been cured in God and not in idle dreams. For cure must come from holiness, and holiness cannot be found where sin is cherished. God abides in holy temples. He is barred where sin has entered, yet there is no place where he is not, and therefore sin can have no home in which to hide from his beneficence. There is no place where holiness is not, and nowhere sin and sickness can abide. This is the thought that cures. It does not make distinctions among unrealities, nor does it seek to heal what is not sick, unmindful where the need for healing is. This is no magic. It is merely an appeal to truth, which cannot fail to heal and heal forever. It is not a thought that judges an illusion by its size, its seeming gravity, or anything that is related to the form it takes. It merely focuses on what it is, and knows that no illusion can be real. Let us not try today to seek to cure what cannot suffer sickness. Healing must be sought but where it is, and then applied to what is sick so that it can be cured. There is no remedy the world provides that can effect a change in anything. The mind that brings illusions to the truth is really changed. There is no change but this. For how can one illusion differ from another but in attributes that have no substance, no reality, no core, and nothing that is truly different? Today we seek to change our minds about the source of sickness, for we seek a cure for all illusions, not another shift among them. We will try today to find the source of healing, which is in our minds because our Father placed it there for us. It is not farther from us than ourselves. It is as near to us as our own thoughts, so close it is impossible to lose. We need but seek it, and it must be found. We will not be misled today by what appears to us as sick. We go beyond appearances today in which the source of healing from which nothing is exempt. We will succeed to the extent to which we realize that there can never be a meaningful distinction made between what is untrue and equally untrue. Here there are no degrees, and no beliefs that what does not exist is truer in some forms than others. All of them are false, and can be cured because they are not true. So do we lay aside our amulets, our charms and medicines, our chants and bits of magic in whatever form they take. We will be still and listen for the voice of healing, which will cure all ills as one, restoring saneness to the Son of God. No voice but this can cure. Today we hear a single voice which speaks to us of truth, where all illusions end, and peace returns to the eternal, quiet home of God. We awaken hearing him, and let him speak to us 5 minutes as the day begins, and end the day by listening again 5 minutes more before we go to sleep. Our only preparation is to let our interfering thoughts be laid aside, not separately, but all of them as one. They are the same. We have no need to make them different, and thus delay the time when we can hear our Father speak to us. We hear him now. We come to him today. With nothing in our hands to which we cling, with lifted hearts and listening minds we pray, only salvation can be said to cure. Speak to us, Father, that we may be healed. And we will feel salvation cover us with soft protection and with peace so deep that no illusion can disturb our minds nor offer proof to us that it is real. This will we learn today, and we will say our prayer for healing hourly and take a minute as the hour strikes to hear the answer to our prayer be given us as we attend in silence and in joy. This is the day when healing comes to us. This is the day when separation ends and we remember who we really are. Okay, so that was lesson 140 from the course. Phew. That idea, only salvation can be said to cure, well, it certainly gives us a different lens, doesn't it?
It really does.
To view our experiences of, illness and healing, it really makes you stop and think about what salvation actually means here.
Absolutely. Because, when we hear cure, usually, our minds jump straight to pills or therapy or something physical.
Right. Physical remedies, psychological approaches.
Yeah. And the lesson seems to be pointing towards something else entirely, something deeper. Let's try and unpack this idea. Salvation as the true cure. What is the course getting at?
Well, it starts right off by drawing a line, doesn't it, between what the world calls a cure, just making the body seem better, and actual healing. It suggests worldly remedies. They often just shuffle illusions around, like swapping one symptom for another, maybe.
Trading one dream for another dream.
Exactly, without ever touching the root cause. And the course says that root cause is in the mind. It's that belief in separation, in guilt.
Okay, so if feeling better physically or psychologically is just like shifting illusions, what is salvation then?
Salvation here, in the course's terms, it's about healing the mind. It's waking up from that whole dream of being separate and, crucially, letting go of the guilt.
The guilt aspect again.
Right. It's about seeing that the sickness, whatever form it takes, physical, emotional, is really just a shadow, a manifestation of these underlying illusions in the mind.
So the real cure isn't about fixing the shadow.
No, it's about realizing the shadow isn't real in the first place, turning on the light, so to speak.
Yeah, that's a powerful distinction. So when it talks about the mind seeing no separation from the body, is that hidden at how we tend to locate everything in the body, our problems, our solutions, even mental stuff?
Exactly that. We think the mind is in the body, or at least totally dependent on it. The course flips that. It says the mind is primary. That's where the real sickness, that belief in separation, that guilt actually lives. So true healing has to happen there too, at the mind level. Worldly cures might soothe the body or, manage mental symptoms, but if they don't address the underlying thought system.
So just Band-Aids on the dream.
Pretty much, yeah. Temporary fixes within the illusion.
Okay. And atonement keeps coming up. How does atonement fit with salvation being the cure?
Atonement is the mechanism, you could say. It's the course's term for the correction, the undoing of that core belief in separation. It's how we remember our oneness.
I see that.
And it works by removing the guilt. That's key. The lesson is really clear. Atonement does not heal the sick, for that is not a cure. It takes away the guilt that makes the sickness possible.
Wow. Okay, takes away the guilt that makes the sickness possible.
Right, and that is cure indeed. So it's not about zapping the illness directly.
No.
It's about dissolving the mental foundation, the guilt that allowed the experience of sickness to seem real in the first place.
That makes a lot more sense now. So the link is direct. No guilt, no possibility for sickness, or at least sickness as we perceive it.
Yeah. Sickness where guilt is absent cannot come. It connects our inner state, our unconscious guilt, directly to our experiences of suffering. Salvation, through atonement, offers forgiveness as the way out. Forgiving ourselves, forgiving others. It dismantles the guilt.
Okay. And this part about laying aside amulets, charms, medicines, chants, bits of magic, that sounds pretty challenging. Is it saying don't go to the doctor?
Well, it's definitely provocative, isn't it? I think it's more about where we place our ultimate faith. Are we looking for magic bullets outside ourselves? Or are we willing to turn inward, to listen for that voice of healing the lesson talks about? That inner voice speaks the truth, the course says, and that's what dissolves illusions. That salvation...
So it's less about rejecting external things and more about prioritizing the internal shift.
I think that's a good way to put it. It's an invitation to look deeper, beyond the forms, to the source within our own minds.
And the practice. The 5 minutes morning and night. That's the how-to, basically. How to seek that voice.
Yeah. Those moments of stillness, just trying to be receptive, letting go of all the mental chatter, the interfering thoughts.
That separately, but all of them is one. That's interesting.
Yeah, because they are all the same, ultimately, all part of the same illusion. So just letting them go collectively to open up space to hear that other voice, the voice for God, the voice of truth that actually heals. It's about shifting focus from illusion to reality, from fear to love.
So the big takeaway isn't necessarily don't take medicine, but maybe understand its limits and realize that the real lasting cure salvation comes from inside, from changing our minds about who we are and what's real.
Exactly. It's recognizing that the fundamental cure is a shift in perception, moving from the illusion of separation and guilt to the truth of oneness and innocence. And that shift brings a kind of peace, the lesson suggests, that, no worldly fix can ever truly provide.
Yeah. It really challenges us, doesn't it, to think totally differently about sickness, about problems, about what healing even is.
It absolutely does. It reframes everything.
Okay, so instead of just like putting out fires,
Yeah.
treating symptoms, maybe the real work is looking at the beliefs that are, I guess, starting the fires in the first place.
That's a great way to phrase it, yeah. Addressing the root cause within the mind.
Thanks. That really helped clarify things. It's a dense lesson.
My pleasure. They often are, aren't they? Always so much to unpack with the course.
Definitely. So for you listening, maybe think about this. Where in your life might you be focusing on, well, fixing symptoms, putting out those fires, without looking at maybe a deeper belief that's underneath it all? Could this idea of salvation, this inner shift in how you see things, offer a different way forward, a different kind of healing maybe? Just something to mull over until our next deep dive.